Hey guys, and welcome back to another video on the RoBuilder YouTube channel. Today I want to try something a little new but also a little old. So we know how to use Blender, right? But there's tabs up here. We have scripting, which I genuinely didn't know was a thing until right now, and a bunch of other ones, you know. But the one I'm interested in today is sculpting. I've never tried this and I've never learned it, but I definitely want to. Like, as you can see, it's moving when I click. Cool. But not really doing much. The goal for today is going to be to at least sort of learn sculpting, and I want to make a tree trunk, or multiple. We'll probably start with just one so I can learn the basics of sculpting and getting everything down. If we go over into my stylized showcase, which I need to kind of put everything back how it was, but you know, I can do that at some other time. If we go into here, we can see I have a bunch of, like, tree, like, these are the leaves and bushes and all that kind of stuff, and I have a bunch of different types, and I don't have any tree trunks for them. But my past tutorials on making trees, well, they're not really too stylized, if I say so myself. So we're going to try to sculpt a tree trunk. Now, I know there's a couple things we need to click. Dino Topo, which basically... If I'm right, now keep in mind this is my first time trying to sculpt, I'm pretty sure this creates geometry, so we're able to use it. Now, this relative detail, I'm going to switch it to constant, and I'm going to put our resolution up to like 10, which will give us a higher poly mesh, but we can always decimate later. Now, the main tools I'm going to be using today in the sculpting brushes is going to be the snake hook tool, which is this one, and that is going to let us, like, create geometry, as you can see. And if we don't like the geometry we created or we want to change it, we can use the grab tool and kind of move stuff around. Now, I know I have watched a few tutorials before this video, guys, so that's why I kind of know what I'm doing. But if you press F and move your mouse, you can make your brush bigger or smaller. I think we're going to have a decently big brush, maybe like this, and we're going to use the snake hook tool and get the basic form of our tree done. So I'm going to grab maybe right here, and then I want to turn a little bit, grab the top again, bring it out this way, and we'll go... That's actually probably pretty good for that. Now we're going to grab down here and do the same thing. As you can see, that did not work out right, so I'm guessing we have to make the brush smaller. Yes, we definitely do, but bigger than that. So I am new to this. I definitely just want to learn all of this because I want to have, like, some sick games later on, you know? Alright, that looks decent. I think we need to use our inflate brush right here to make this just a little bit thicker. I guess that kind of works. Now we're going to go back to our snake hook tool, and we're going to have one coming out of down here. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger and see how it goes. Yeah, actually pretty decent. So as you can see, we have a ton of geometry here, and kind of weird this thing. So I'm going to go to our smooth tool right here, and just kind of try to shape this down a little bit. I don't know exactly how everything works. I guess that actually kind of works. That didn't. Let me go a smaller brush. No. A bigger brush? I don't know how to make this, like, smoother up here at the top. But nonetheless, we are trying. Alright, so I guess we'll keep it like that. We are going to grab our smooth tool, or our smooth brush, I mean, which we already have. We're going to make it pretty big, and we're going to smooth out this whole cube down here, because there's simply no reason it needs to be a cube at the bottom of a tree. I'm going to keep going until I'm happy with it. Oh no, we hit that on accident. So we need to make our brush a bit smaller so we're not affecting all the extra stuff. And I'm just going to go until I'm happy with how this trunk looks. Now guys, this is my first time sculpting, so please leave the hate out of the comments. I'll try it out here. Let's move this up as well. Alright, so something like that isn't too bad. I am going to smooth the middle down here a bit. And then up here, because it's a bit too thick for my liking. And here, and here. So like the joints of the tree. Definitely smooth all of those out. And I think this looks pretty decent. This one could probably be a little bit smaller still. Alright, so we're going to do something like this and go back to our snake hook tool, make it smaller, and make some roots for this tree. So for that, we'll just kind of draw out. As you can see, that didn't work. Maybe a bigger tool. I don't know why it's looking like this, actually. There we go. That's a little bit better. Not great, but a little bit better. So this is where the practice will definitely come in. Because at this point in time, I don't really know what I'm doing. And I don't know how to make stuff look better. Because right now it looks kind of bad. These roots. we'll do one more back here because why not? We'll go a little bit bigger and just kind of pull something out of the back of this tree, move our viewport, and aim it a little bit. So now we have something like this. I am going to take the smooth tool again and just try to fix it up a little bit. This is way too big. Alright, so definitely not the best tree, but it's kind of okay. There is a tool, I think it's the crease tool, and this is going to let us add some more detail into the tree trunk. So like, as you can see, now I'm just using a mouse here, so it's not going to be the best, but as you can see, we can kind of add like creases into it. Alright, after watching another video, don't use the crease tool, use the draw sharp one. That is going to be easier for what we're trying to do here. So as you can see, we're adding like some dents into this tree. Probably should make it a bit smaller and not do as much, because we will lose like a lot of this when we decimate. And I don't really know what I'm doing, but we can hope for the best. For a first time tree, this looks horrible, but I'm going to take it into the layout and kind of see what we got going on. Let's shade smooth and auto smooth and see where we're at with this whole thing. Alright, so the tops definitely look horrendous. Let me turn off auto smooth. It doesn't really help. I definitely have a lot to learn when it comes to sculpting, but I'm gonna take this into studio and see how it looks. At least we'll be covering the tops with the leaves. You know what? I actually can't. It's 12,000 tries, so decimate modifier first. I always do 0.5 to start it off, and as you can see, it didn't really affect much, but it got us literally halfway down. So I do that, and then sometimes I'll even throw another one on 0.5, and it'll start affecting the look. Let's see. It did affect the look a little bit, but not enough to not use it. So we're going to do that one more time, and now it's only 3,000 tries. We could probably do this a couple more times with a couple different types of decimate. Let's try limited dissolve. All right, that got it down to 3,000. So we could keep going down and down, but it's not too much of a worry for this video. Let's take it to studio. Oh man, here's the moment of truth, guys. Let's bring it in. All right, okay. So guys, it's not the worst. Let's sink it into the ground a little bit. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and make it a wood texture. Whoops, it went to diamond plate. Let's do wood. There we go. I mean, I don't think it looks the worst. I genuinely don't. Let's go a little bit brighter of a wood. We'll go like here. And if you guys want to know how to do these textures, I uploaded a video on these a couple days ago. So if you just go check out the channel, you will definitely see what you need to see to figure out how to use these. Let me go ahead and just line these back up. It's bugging me. Oh, God. Beautiful perfection. Let's go. So now that we have our tree trunk, we need to start adding on some leaves. So this is not a birch tree. We'll go normal. And I think I'm going to use just the normal one. Probably this guy, because we're probably going to need a couple of them on here. So first things first, let me grab the center position of this and paste it into right here. Now I'm going to move it up, and the main one I'm going to make pretty big. Something like this. Honestly, might be a little too big. Well, guys, I'm not gonna lie. Would I use this tree in a game? No. Definitely have a lot more to work on. But am I happy that I started learning a new skill? Yes. So here it is. I did turn off cast shadow on these, which it makes it look worse. Like, I like it better with the shadows, but I don't know what angle works best for these trees just yet. So yeah, and there's probably some better lighting for them as well. But here's the tree, guys. Here's my first ever attempt at sculpting. If you did enjoy this video and you want to see more content like this, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day. Later.